Now, this video is from Sky News Australia. I watched ahead a little bit, and I think this is a good video to react to because this dude here isn't necessarily on Trump's side. He's not on the Democrat side for sure. So we gonna get just a calling it how you see it type of reaction from it. So let's see what this guy thinks. I don't even know his name, but yeah, shout out to Sky News Australia.
Faith in American democracy has got to now be near rock bottom, especially if you're a supporter of former US President Donald Trump. FBI agents have now raided Trump's home in Florida, Mar-a-Lago, apparently looking for classified documents alleged.
By the way, I knew this happened a few days ago, but I haven't watched any videos on it. So this is my first bit of info on what even happened. So
removed from his office when he lost the presidency a year and a half ago. Now, Trump was furious, issuing a blistering statement saying this is prosecutorial misconduct, the weaponization of the justice system, an attack by radical left Democrats who desperately don't want me to run for president in 2024, especially based on recent polls. Now,
So he's saying it could be a desperation move. I don't know.
An assault, he says, could only take place in broken third world countries. Sadly, America has now become one of those countries, corrupt at a level not seen before. Well,
yeah, I agree with that. I think the level of corruption is deeper than we could even imagine. It's a quote from a rapper. Said the truth is madder than fiction. Like the truth is crazier than any story you could even make up. So I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt what Trump said.
Well, Trump supporters have rushed to Mar-a-Lago to protest at the raids, and the conservative media in the US exploded.
This is some third world bull right here. Let me say it again.
Hey, it's Dan Bongino.
And third world bull. I mean every word of that. I don't care that it's cable news. I was a federal agent. I raised my right hand. And I swore to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. And I love this country. This is a freaking disgrace. A disgrace. We don't live in Cuba.
Yeah, he fired up. Dan Bongino is fired up. But he got to know more than we know. You know, like you said, he was a federal agent. He knows people. So he got to know more than we know.
Senior Republicans also piled on. Kevin McCarthy, the Republicans' leader in the House of Representatives, agreed, saying the Department of Justice has reached an intolerable state of weaponized politicization. Now, I don't know if this raid was justified or not. I mean, it's true that Trump did take 15 boxes of documents from his office, but returned them to the National Archives many months later after threats of legal action. Are some documents missing? So whether this raid was really necessary...
Yeah, see, okay, now look. I voted for Mr. 45, but just you heard what he just said. Take your bias out of the picture. He took some 15 boxes from the White House or whatever, brought them back later, and like a month or a few months later after being threatened for legal action. That does sound like a little bit like why. It's just like why'd you do that? But at the same time, I'm pretty sure the way Trump feels is that his whole time in office, he was just getting slaughtered from every direction, even in his own base. So if he could, pull something off, or if he needed something in one of those boxes, I wouldn't blame him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's tough to say.
I can't tell. True, I also do not trust Donald Trump to always do the right thing or even the lawful thing. And I thought, for instance, his refusal to admit to being beaten in the election was reckless and dangerous, poisonous even. But no one looking at what's been done to Donald Trump by the Democrats, by the FBI, and by others, particularly in the media, by people in what you could call the deep state in particular, could trust that justice is being done to Trump now or even in the last several years. Because this raid will, for many, be the last straw, given that history. You just go through it. For most of Donald Trump's presidency, part of the FBI and most of the mainstream media hounded him for supposedly stealing his election win over Hillary Clinton by colluding with Russia.
Yeah, there was that whole thing, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to comment on it because I like my channel and I want to keep it YouTube. But yeah, like I said, he was hassled, hounded, involved in scandals, all this stuff, like for the entirety of his presidency. So for him to want to get some get backs, I could understand it, but you know, this could just be corruption as he calling it. He could have not taken anything from those boxes.
The FBI even treated a ridiculous document accusing Trump, a document tricked up for the Democrats, as serious. The accusations turned out to be utterly baseless, especially.
What are they talking about, the Steele dossier?
Special investigator finally admitted that after a couple of years of investigation, and this whole Trump collusion fakery, let us not forget, turns out to have started in the office of Democrat presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. No one's gone to jail for that hoax that so damaged the presidency. No one's apologized.
Yeah, and Thomas Sowell says something in one of his books I was reading, like politicians are some of the only people that can make decisions be utterly wrong. Like, say I have the plan, say this is right, be utterly wrong, and face zero consequences for it. In fact, people even go out of their way to cover up for it. It's crazy. Life definitely ain't fair.
Instead, Trump's enemies in the Democrats, in the bureaucracy, and in the media, they just moved on. They just kept trying to use state power.
Oh, move along. Nothing to see here.
To destroy Trump. Trump was impeached for allegedly trying to blackmail Ukraine into digging up dirt in a corruption claim, allegedly implicating his challenger, Democrat Joe Biden. Trump was cleared in a vote of Congress. He was then impeached again, this time found guilty of allegedly inciting supporters to invade the US Congress on January 6 last year to stop Joe Biden being declared winner of the election. And for weeks now, the Democrat-controlled Congress has been hearing public hearings into that riot, hearings that actually look, to me, much like a show trial simply to damage Trump, who is set to run again at the next election. And that's sure how Trump sees it. Here he is on the weekend.
Never forget, everything this corrupt establishment is doing to me is all about preserving their power and control over the American people.
Nor is this.
Yo, is Trump still traveling the globe doing speeches? Yo, this dude does not get tired.
All that they've done, I mean, it's just extraordinary. In New York, a district attorney, another Democrat, is investigating Trump's business dealings, claiming fraud. The Manhattan district attorney, yet another Democrat, is doing the same, even though his case seems to be unraveling. Does this smell a little bit like an abuse of power? Like,
yeah, I agree.
Victor's justice? Well, to Donald Trump supporters, it sure does. In fact, it probably smells a lot worse because they're asking, so, in contrast, where's the FBI raids on Democrat President Joe Biden and his son Hunter? I mean, Hunter Biden left his laptop at a computer repair shop, didn't pick it up, and the contents have been public for quite a while now, a couple of years. And they don't just show Hunter weighing illegal drugs.
Yeah. Oh man. Again, I don't even want to say too much about this because I love my channel, YouTube. But they're doing all this probing, all this accusations, trying to take stuff to court, raiding people's houses. They don't even know if it's true or not, or they're just making it up, whatever. But on the other side of things, you got Hunter, all the evidence you need in the world, and where's the charges, where's the probes, where's the cases, where's anything? It like that is mind blowing. It's mind blowing.
His home, using drugs and spending a fortune on prostitutes. They also show him using his father to make suspicious and potentially compromising business deals in China and Ukraine. There's even an apparent reference to cutting Joe Biden in on the profits. So where's that investigation? Where's the investigation into Joe Biden, into Hillary Clinton? Instead, we had about 50 former top US intelligence officials, including former CIA bosses, we're talking the intelligence establishment here, rush out a statement before the last election, falsely claiming that the laptop, Hunter Biden's laptop, just seemed like more Russian disinformation. It was a fake. They were flat out wrong. They just made things up to protect.
Yeah, but remember that? Think back to those days. Think back to what they were saying. Oh, it's not real. And time will tell you everything you need to know. You need answers. Just be patient. Be patient.
Protect Joe Biden. That laptop and its contents were genuine and been proved so. So where are the raids? Why instead this relentless campaign just to get Donald Trump? Well, that is a pretty easy question, it seems to many. You just look at the latest footage of 79-year-old President Joe Biden, disorientated, unable even to put on a jacket, needing the help of his doctor wife, fumbling, dropping his glasses.
Wow.
And with his poll numbers at the moment in the toilet, with inflation in the United States soaring.
You can't you can't hop out the jet like that, man. When Trump hop out the jet, he waving everybody, doing this little dance and all that. What type of, you can't get enthused about this, man. What is this?
And US power abroad being challenged. The Democrats are terrified with this guy as their dud president. Trump won't just run again. He's
Joe, fix your glasses, please.
going to win. So let me repeat. I don't know if Donald Trump is guilty or innocent of whatever allegations the FBI is investigating. Don't know. But I do know that I don't trust what has been done to him. And far more importantly, nor would tens of millions of Americans, because this raid is going to further confirm to them that the deep state is out to nobble their guy, whatever it takes. And that is the most dangerous thing of all about this raid.
Okay, that's his name is Andrew Bolt. Shout out to Andrew Bolt. I don't know. What do you guys think, man? Type it in the comments below. Is this the only card that they have to play? Have they boxed themselves into a corner so badly by focusing on one person that getting him out the way is the only thing they could do? And even then, that won't guarantee them success or make people like them. I don't know. The future for that party, for the Democratic Party, is meek. But that's it for the video, you guys. Like I said, this is my first time reacting to anything involving this. I've seen it been a hot topic for the past, few days. But yeah, that was it for the video. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe on your way out. And peace.